Hey Sagittarius, welcome to the Jezebelway Tarot. Thank you for the 2,000 views for last month's Love and Separation. I'm here to do your first half Love and Separation for October. We're in shadow period, pre-shadow period for Mercury retrograde. We also still have the Mars retrograde happening. And there's a new moon, a full moon, on the 1st of October, the harvest moon. So lots of activity going on. Let's see what we got for love for you for first half October. Ego. Pride, jealousy, self-preservation, walls. Let your guard down. There's an issue with ego and divine timing. So what I have here is someone is in their shadow phase, sort of, about the progress of relationship, the union of relationship. Someone is relying on their ego, okay, and they are not trusting the divine timing in the situation. They want it now. It should be me. Pride. You know, they obviously don't want to be with me if they're not responding to me today. Something like that's going on with someone. So let's see what we get on that. There is a little bit of mirroring happening. Someone is having a thought about you. There could be some obsessive things happening. Somebody wants forward movement after a time of a break. Someone also wants a commitment in this situation. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck we have a betrayal happening or have happened. And the courage to overcome that. Let's see what's going on with your lover, Sagittarius. You've got Leo so far, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so somebody's in a period of time in which they have foregone the relationship in order to experience life on their own. But what they've found is that even though they've chosen this path, they are unable to accept the fact that they really are not satisfied in other areas because they have not addressed this issue with you. They are finding that there is no one else who compares to you. And they're thinking to themselves over here that perhaps there's not going to be another chance in this situation. So let's see what's going on with you. It's sort of an idea that you felt like you got left holding the bag. You do, Sagittarius, want to move forward in your own right as well. You want to move toward commitment. And your partner's saying, I want to be single. So instead of the both of you coming to a compromise that, yes, do we want commitment? As far as some of you, this may be a marriage ceremony, or it could be some sort of form of commitment in the situation. Instead of you coming together and saying, hey, you know what, maybe it's not the right time for us to get married, or maybe it's not the right time for us to be moving in together, or whatever. And you're not compromising on the situation. You are kind of, one of you is like, well, I want commitment and that's it. And the other one is saying, well, I kind of am not ready for that commitment at this point in my life. I kind of want to explore some other opportunities in my life. Now, right now, They're not telling you, or you're not telling them, switch it if you need to, I don't want to be with you and I don't want to be in a committed relationship with you. That's not what they're saying. Or I want to see other people, because I'm just not ready to settle down. I don't think that's what they're saying. I think they're looking at this wrong, of course, being that commitment is a barrier to their freedom or to their life, to other experiences, not with people, but other experiences. And somebody's being very stubborn in the situation and saying, well, it's this or nothing. And so they've kind of chosen, I think, to experience life, maybe travel or something like that. And the ego is coming into play because they are saying, hey, you know what? All roads lead to commitment. So instead of saying, okay, I understand that there's some things you want to experience, no big deal, go experience what you want. We'll get married later, what have you. So it kind of seems like that sort of situation here. And bottom of the deck, we have apology for the confusion. So let's see what this betrayal is up here. Coming together in this relationship and being together is the betrayal. The conflict is the betrayal. Somebody feels as though someone else is being very incredibly selfish here. So again, those are ego energies that need to be, especially if this is a twin flame relationship, these ego energies need to be gone because they create resentment. And the ego comes in when someone has a built up expectation of the situation. It's okay. What is the saying? You should love your partner in such a way that they feel free. They don't feel bound, because being bound and being possessive of someone is not a form of love. It's a form of control. So when you love someone, you're not wanting to possess them or own them or make them fit into your version of happiness or love, right? So that's something to be considered also. But let's see what your partner might want to say to you. Also, this may lend to the idea that someone's pushing marriage or moving in together, or whatever your version of commitment is. And this person's not ready. They're just simply saying, look, I'm content. I'm content with the way that things are right now. I don't remember where I left off on that shuffle, so let's do it one more time. So allowing someone to go at their own pace is the issue here. Now, if they're perpetually avoiding commitment, then maybe they don't really want commitment. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. Okay, so maybe they needed some time for themselves. When times got tough, I gave up too soon. Okay. I should have believed in you. You always had my best interest at heart. Yes, I think all those things are true. And I think now they're regretting understanding that no one else is in their purview. They don't want anyone else. But I think someone here is taking this to mean, oh, well, I don't want you. I want to see if there's someone better out there, but I don't think that's what your partner's feeling. Or maybe that's you, Sagittarius. Let's see what the blocks for your partner are. Again, putting in the work. They want to go on a path here, but I think they may want to go on an independent path. There's something happening here with an enlightenment. They've had a light bulb moment. They may be happy with the way things are. You are not. Let's see what this Hanged Man is. This could also be their career taking them in a different direction. And them saying, hey, you know what? I enjoy the commitment, but I'm not going to quit my job in order to be committed to you. I'm not going to not go where my work takes me in order to maintain this commitment. So that may be something that you need to consider, allowing that person to have their full life, and their career is very important to them. So this is something about confusion in this situation. I think somebody's feeling like, well, if I'm confused, then maybe it's not the right time. They're holding on to this situation and they want to talk about it. There is no third party is what they're saying. And they do want the relationship with you, but there is an upcoming tower moment happening because somebody is being made to decide. And they don't, what they want the most is what their wish fulfillment is. And it looks like right now, their wish fulfillment is climbing the ladder. They want, their career is very important to them. So, you know, in order to invest in someone, and this isn't about, oh, hey, you know, I'm just going to be over here in the wings waiting for you. That's not what this means. This means that they're asking you, can you, you know, I'm happy and contented with the way things are right now, but my career is very important to me. Is there a way, you know, we can work this out? Because my intention here is to climb the ladder of whatever they're trying to do here. So, you know, when you invest in someone, you invest in all parts of them. You want, when you're investing someone, you don't invest in them from your own perspective of your ego. Well, what's in it for me? Well, then if that's what your choice is, then you love your career more than me. That's a very selfish, ego-driven based type of thought process, right? But I think what the situation is here is you invest in the person for their betterment because you care about that person and you love that person. So however that scenario is working out for you out there, that's kind of what's going on with your partner. But let's see what the blocks are for you. And I feel like somebody here is saying, don't you want me to be happy? Don't you want me to be successful? I can only be successful as long as you are, as long as I'm committed to you. I can only go as far as my career will take me, as long as it doesn't mean that I have to be separated from you. You know, it's something like that, right? I think somebody's really putting their foot down and saying, they're really being driven by their ego here. Yeah, there's an issue of wanting to make an apology. Not seeing the bigger picture is the block for you, Sagittarius, but like I said, switch it if you need to. Making an apology and not seeing the bigger picture, actually not making the apology and not seeing the bigger picture and walking away in lieu of your own version of love and happiness is what's happening here. So by all means, if you need to walk away and find your own version of happiness, then do so. If this is not fitting your version of happiness, then it's not. And if it's not fitting the version of happiness for your partner, then it's not. So divine timing is at work here. Maybe the paths need to diverge in order for you both to find your fulfillment. But I do think here what we're talking about is an ego-based decision. Well, if your choice right now is to go for your career and you don't want me, then goodbye. I'm going to find somebody who will commit to me. So really at the heart of the matter is the idea of being in a committed relationship, whether it's this person or someone else. So let's see what the blocks between the two of you are. Okay, so we have someone juggling career or love, and we have the Lovers in the reverse. We have another path that you're going down, Sagittarius, that's different than your partner, and there's going to be forward movement. So the block is your partner's over here like, well, that's a load of shit. You just dumped in my lap the fact that I have to choose between you and my career. I mean, how am I supposed to do that? You know, and I just think the ego, either way it works, the ego ideas need to be changed. So let's see how your person feels about you right now. I think they're saddened and they have a lot of anxiety about the fact that they're going to have to go on this journey alone. They don't necessarily want to go on this journey alone. And they feel like there's a little bit of codependency here in this situation. That perhaps you're dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see, who else did I have? I have, of course, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Aquarius, specific, Aries. So they feel like, Sagittarius, you're a little bit codependent. And they want to be loved, but they don't want to be bound. So there's something with that. Yeah, so they're trying to prevent heartbreak in this situation, but what they want is a new beginning. And it looks like they want to go toward whatever this path is. And they feel like there's a little bit of deception here and someone waiting, and the decision being that, well, you have to go here with me or else. That's it. There's a little bit of deception in that situation. They feel deceived, that they're damned if they do, and they're damned if they don't. If they choose the career, then they lose you. If they choose you, then they lose their career. And really, I don't think that's a very fair situation to put somebody in. But, you know, I mean, love is great, but somebody's got to pay the bills. You got to pay the bills. And you have to have fulfillment outside of love relationship. If you don't, it turns into a toxic, nasty thing. So let's see how they think about you. It becomes codependent and toxic and resentful. And, you know, what do you have to talk about in the evening? You don't have different experiences during the day, you know? And the idea of freedom here may be more for you, Sagittarius, than it is for your partner. So there will be no victory moving forward. That's the block. There's not victory in moving forward. There's defensiveness and the lack of offer of commitment. They don't feel like, Sagittarius, there's a way for them to move forward and have what they need at the same time. And there's this defensiveness and unwillingness to negotiate about how the commitment looks. You know, maybe it's not a traditional commitment. You know, maybe it's a commitment among the miles. You know, maybe it's an interstate love song. You know, maybe it's something like that. That somebody's really ingrained in their idea of what commitment means, and they want what they want right now. And that's not the way love relationship works. That's one person calling the shots. That's one person, you know, deciding what this love looks like and what love is and what relationship is. And you have two people in this scenario, right? So, and one is asking for the other one to give up their livelihood and career in order to be in love with them. Well, love is great and all, but that's not a logical choice to ask somebody to make. And then be so ingrained in the outcome, you know. That's a very obstinate way of doing things. So, and like I said, Sagittarius, that's maybe you wanting to move forward toward commitment and career and whatever. And this may be your partner, which could be the earth sign, saying, no, this is the way it needs to be. Well, that's somebody who just wants to control, okay? So whoever's ego in this situation is out of check, they need to get it back in check. Let's see what their intentions are for you. Their intention is to want to make commitment to you, but there's something here about them having a lifelong dream and wanting to walk toward what their passion is. And that's their happiness and fulfillment. So whoever this is for, your partner has a lifelong dream they're trying to achieve. Why in the world would you not want to help them do that? That's not love. they have a desire to accomplish something, and they need to move toward that. Their accomplishment of this particular goal is their happiness. So their intention is to walk toward their passion. They want the commitment, but there's some lifelong issue here that they need to resolve, that they need to do and accomplish and achieve. And that is their happiness. So their intention is to they will not rest on this. They will go toward that passion. They will take control of this situation, and it will seem very unfair. But, they will move toward this career option. They will move toward this career choice. The love relationship will seem very out of whack and upside down, and you may end up having to go on a break. So your partner's intentions, that's the side I'm seeing it from here, but that doesn't mean that's you. Flip-flop it. Means that they will choose the career path if you put them in a corner, if you back them into a corner. When you give somebody an ultimatum, you have to be prepared to lose. Otherwise, don't make the ultimatum. And being prepared to lose, when you give someone an ultimatum, means preparation. And it means having your ducks in a row. And it means being able to pick up your purse and walk out the door if they don't accept the ultimatum and you've lost and they've chose something else. So you don't just get to write in and say, this is the way it's going to be. That's not the way love relationship works, okay? So there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done. Whoever this is for, Sagittarius, because of your sign, I kind of feel like maybe this is reversed, and you are the one who's going toward your dream, your career, your whatever. And you have an earth sign partner here, possibly for some of you. It doesn't have to be earth sign. The energy may be that they want stability in traditional relationship, in Sagittarius, you do not. You want to pursue your dreams. Don't let this person deter you from your dreams, okay? Relationships come and go, and people learn lessons. And the main lesson in this situation is that you're with somebody, or there is someone who is deeply ingrained in tradition and ego, and they're deeply ingrained in, I'm the one who decides. And you can't have a relationship with someone like that, okay? That's a boss. That's not a lover. So, at any rate, if you're the one that wants to pursue your dreams, then go pursue those dreams wholeheartedly. Run as fast as you can toward those. Okay, if you're the one, on the other hand, who is deciding that it's me or your career, then that's kind of a selfish situation to find yourself in, and that ego needs to be taken out of the relationship. And you have to understand that part of loving someone is wanting them to be successful in their own right. No two ways about that. So I'm going to put that here, and let's get some love cards on it and kind of see what we've got here. This is someone who's very fearful and who's insecure and who doesn't know how to love. And they may feel like that loving someone is an extension of themselves instead of two separate hearts coming together. Do something for someone else. This is a sudden change in relationship. Someone's being very selfish in this situation, and they're not seeing the big picture. They're refusing to see the big picture, even if it doesn't include them. I also think that you're in a situation where you're very hurt by the realization that someone is expecting you to give your whole life up just for the sake of the commitment and their pride. So I think that this is saying doing something for someone else, yes, but I think this is more toward your partner or whoever the one is with the ego. This is a 13, getting into alignment. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. So like I say, actions speak louder than words. This is about alignment. Where do you want to go? What do you want? Is your partner on your same page, really? I mean, has it been a revelation that you are experiencing the fact that your partner's very selfish? ego-driven. It's about their life, not yours. And that their actions have proved that now that the mask has fallen off. Be supportive is in reverse. I'm going to keep that in reverse because this cycle needs to close out. You know, it's funny. I was thinking earlier about movies and television and things like that, expecting, and I'm not going to get on a feminist tyrant here, but expecting the woman in the story to be the supporting role for the man, you know, and it's about the man, not about the woman, right? And I was thinking to myself, you know, I don't want to be anybody's supporting actress. You know, I want to be the main role in the story. I want to be the main character in the story. You know, I don't want to be a supporting actress for someone in a movie or whatever the ideal was, you know. I'm not interested in that. I march to my own drum. I take care of my own business. I'm independent. I don't want to be lowering myself to be someone's supporting role. And that's really what this person is asking you to do, or you're asking them to do. However, you're asking someone to be a supporting actress in your movie. Or they are asking you to be a supporting actress in their movie. And, you know, that's always a man up, man down situation. So you need to ask yourself, are you the main character in your own movie, or are you a supporting actress in someone else's movie? And if that's the case, you know, you need to get out of that movie and get into your own movie. Look at your pattern in relationships. This could be a sacral issue about changing yourself to be someone else's something that you think that they will love. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior, yeah. Because I think if you're always the supporting actress in somebody else's show, then that's kind of a problem, right? Then you change yourself and you lower yourself because you fear your own strength, and you feel like if you're too strong, why, that person won't love me. So be your strong self. Be yourself. Excuse me, Sagittarius. I don't know why I went on a tirade with that, but that's what I'm getting from this. You know, there's a lot of supporting actresses out there, okay? But there are very few main roles. Be your main role. Maybe you're too strong for this person. Maybe, you know. 7, this is divine guidance. Round and round and round and round. This will go until you get in your place. 6, number 6 is milk and honey. This is talking about stopping on this spiritual highway and saying, is this what I want? How does this make me feel? Am I on the right path, or do I need to get on my own path? This is about deciding where you want to go. Abundance can be returning to you. Where is your abundance taking you? Are you going to be able to be a part of someone else's abundance, or are you, you know, achieving your own abundance? New life, this is where you're heading. Alignment, is your new life in alignment with you? Is this life in alignment with you is really the question. You're headed toward a new life. Go toward that dream. Put this on the back burner. Go toward that dream. It doesn't mean you don't love that person, but what they're asking of you is impossible. Okay. You know, a lot of these reads that I've been doing have a common theme about personal happiness. What is personal happiness? So that right now, there must be some sort of an energy shift about independence and the personal happiness of you, and creating your happiness and making what you want it to be. I can't believe I got this again. What was I just saying? And you saw me shuffle those cards. I'm getting this in every read, y'all. Happiness is my birthright. I am not defined by someone else's version of me. I am not defined by someone else's happiness. I am not defined by someone else's vision. I have to have my own happiness. I have to create that. I have to have my own vision. So that is, I think, why I'm getting this card with everyone is that it's time to release resentments. from the past and start co-creating our own happiness, our own way of life. I surrender to a power greater than me. You're being taken in a different direction. Okay, and this butterfly here signifies that, your angels, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever, are guiding you, and they're there to support you, and you're not alone in making these decisions. But the universe is definitely guiding you toward a different path. So I think that's really what you need to concentrate on. What is making me happy? Where does my happiness lie? And also, do I want to be a supporting actress in someone else's story? Or do I want my own story? I personally am voting for my own story part, but I'm kind of made that way. I think that's the choice. It's not a co-supporting situation. It's not a co-actor, a co-main role deal. It's a supporting actress position. And if it's a supporting actress position, you can have peace in knowing that when you go toward your dream and your path and your happiness, guess what happens? If a supporting actress is what they truly want, they will find another supporting actress. Meanwhile, you're on your path to happiness and co-creation and love and your dream. Okay. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, a personal issue reaches resolution. So this is about taking action and moving toward your goals and your dreams and your happiness. And a personal situation reaches resolution that you've been worrying about, that you've been trying to communicate about here. And it's come to a head, and you've had to make that hard call. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Oh, you know what? I forgot a couple of things. Forgot what is their next move. So this is less about love and more about why, and a lot of the reads have been this way, more about why do people make the choices in love that they make, and how they make them, and what inspires them to make those choices. Twin flame, fantasize, faith. Somebody's lost faith in the connection because they're being driven by their ego, and they want a contract with you that says you will work for them. You will be their supporting actress. And you're not in a codependent way. You feel like you're being manipulated. So basically, they will try to be very positive and protective in the beginning. They will limit contact, though. They're going to ghost you as far as, I'm not going to talk to you for about a week or 2 weeks at a time. And this is all out of spite, so they can have the upper hand in the situation, and that's the conflict. They're going to end up being defeated by themselves in the end, though. So that's what their next move is to maintain control through icing you out. Yeah, they enjoy the idea of having you around to serve their capacity of love. They want to be in control. What you're seeking is peace and harmony with two conflicting situations. They want to court you, but they feel like they want this more than you do, and I think now you do. They do. They want to court you. They believe in your beauty, but I'm not sure that they're seeing who you are. And I think they may want to be fair, but they just don't know how to be. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. This was long-winded, but very important. And I'll see you guys next time.